Stop for a second, because something unusual is already moving toward you, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. There is a person in this world whose heart keeps whispering your name in silence. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But deeply. Like a memory they cannot explain. Like a connection they have carried across time without ever understanding why. And tonight, something shifts. You may think this is just another ordinary moment. Another night. Another passing video. But what if this exact second was placed in your path for a reason? What if someone, somewhere, is lying awake right now, feeling incomplete, because the part of their soul that belongs with them is already connected to you? You have felt it before, haven't you? That strange pull. That unexplainable feeling that someone is searching for you too. Not out of loneliness, but recognition. Because soul connections never begin when two people meet. They begin long before that moment arrives. And your soulmate already carries your energy inside their heart. They may not know your face yet. They may not know your voice. But somehow, your spirit already calms them in moments when the world becomes too heavy. Your future presence has already become their hidden comfort. Listen carefully now. There are certain connections in life that arrive with noise, temporary excitement, fast emotions, and then disappear like smoke. But this one is different. This connection moves quietly. Slowly. Like destiny arranging invisible pieces behind the curtain while you continue living your everyday life. That is why recent days may have felt strange for you. Maybe your emotions have become stronger. Maybe certain memories suddenly return at random hours. Maybe you feel restless without understanding why. Or maybe, you keep sensing that your life is about to change forever. That feeling is not meaningless. Because somewhere, your soulmate is experiencing the same emotional shift. At this exact time. And here is the part nobody tells you. When two souls are close to crossing paths, the universe begins creating pressure before the meeting happens. Old habits collapse. Familiar routines lose their excitement. Certain people drift away unexpectedly. Not to punish you, but to create space for the person who truly belongs beside you. Sometimes destiny removes distractions before it delivers alignment. That is why you cannot force this story. You can only prepare your heart to receive it. But wait, there is something even more important you need to hear. Your soulmate is not searching for perfection. They are searching for truth. A real connection. A safe presence. Someone whose energy feels like home after years of emotional noise. And strangely enough, your soul already feels familiar to them. Have you ever noticed how certain people appear in dreams before they arrive in reality? Or how a random song suddenly feels personal? Or why your intuition keeps telling you to stay patient a little longer? Because your future is already sending signals backward into your present. Most people ignore these moments. But you are guided here because your awareness is waking up. And the closer this meeting becomes, the more signs will begin surrounding you. Unexpected encounters. Repeated numbers. Conversations that strangely connect to your future. Moments where time itself feels slower, almost cinematic. Do not dismiss them. Some connections are written so deeply into existence that life itself begins bending gently to bring two souls together. And your soulmate, they feel it too. They may smile randomly without knowing why. They may suddenly feel hope returning after a difficult season. They may even feel emotional while thinking about a future person they have never met. That person is you. Pause here for a moment and truly absorb this. Someone out there already carries love for the version of you they haven't even touched yet. Not because of status. Not because of appearance. But because your energies were designed to awaken something beautiful inside each other. And before this meeting finally happens, life will test one thing above all else. Will you continue doubting your worth? Or will you finally believe that real love was always trying to find you too? Because the moment you stop chasing what drains you, the path toward what belongs to you becomes visible. Your soulmate is not meant to complete you. They are meant to meet you at your highest awakening. That is why this season of your life feels different. You are becoming emotionally clearer, stronger, more aware, more aligned with the future version of yourself that can finally receive the love you once thought was impossible. But stay a little longer, because this story is only beginning. There is something you still do not realize. And when it finally becomes clear, your entire understanding of love may change forever. Your soulmate has already tried to forget you. Not consciously. Not intentionally. But every time life disappointed them, every time trust was broken, every time they told themselves that deep connections were impossible, they were unknowingly trying to silence the feeling of you inside their heart. Yet somehow, it never disappeared. Because real soul recognition cannot be erased by distance. It waits. Quietly. Patiently. Like a hidden signal traveling through time until two lives finally align. And lately, that signal has been growing stronger. Maybe this sounds impossible right now. But your soulmate has likely experienced moments where they suddenly stopped in silence, feeling emotional for no visible reason. As if their spirit recognized that someone important was getting closer. You. Not a coincidence. Not fantasy. A connection forming beneath the surface long before reality catches up. And this is why your path recently began changing direction in unexpected ways. Certain delays protected you. Certain endings redirected you. Certain disappointments forced you to grow stronger than before. At the time, it felt unfair. But what if those painful moments were actually preparing both hearts to meet at the right version of themselves? Because timing matters. If you had met too early, you might not have understood each other. Too late. And both of you could have stopped believing in love completely. So life created distance for a reason. To mature your hearts without destroying your hope. Listen closely now, because this next part matters deeply. Your soulmate is not entering your life to create chaos. They are entering your life to create clarity. When they arrive, something inside you will finally relax. Not because life suddenly becomes perfect, but because your spirit will no longer feel alone in this world. That is the connection your heart has secretly been waiting for. A presence that feels calm instead of confusing. Safe instead of draining. Natural instead of forced. And strangely, You may recognize them instantly. Not through logic, but through energy. There are rare moments in life where meeting someone feels less like an introduction, and more like remembering something ancient. That moment is closer than you think. But before destiny opens that door, there is one final emotional wall you must break through first. Fear. Fear of disappointment. Fear of vulnerability. Fear that love might leave again the way it did before. Your soulmate carries similar fears too. They have been hurt, misunderstood, tested by life in ways nobody fully saw. Yet despite everything, they never lost the ability to love deeply. That is why their heart still belongs to you. Not because they met you already in physical form, but because their soul recognized your existence long ago. And tonight, the universe is reminding you to stop settling for temporary attention when your spirit was designed for something extraordinary. Do not rush this process. Some of the strongest connections arrive slowly because they are meant to last longer than ordinary relationships ever could. You are not behind in life. You are being aligned. Every lesson, every delay, every emotional battle was shaping you into the person capable of receiving a love powerful enough to transform your future. And when this meeting finally happens, you will understand why nothing else ever fully worked before. Because some souls are not meant to replace each other. They are meant to find each other. Before this next chapter unfolds, take a moment to notice how your intuition feels right now. If something inside you quietly believes these words, trust that feeling. Sometimes the heart recognizes truth before the mind can explain it. And if this message found you at the exact moment you needed it, let your energy leave a small sign below. Someone else scrolling through the darkness tonight may need this reminder too. And if your spirit connects with these messages, stay close, because what comes next may reveal the final piece you have been waiting for. Now hear this carefully. Your soulmate is already moving closer. Not someday. Not eventually. Now. With every passing day, invisible paths are connecting. Choices are aligning. Moments are preparing themselves for a meeting that neither of you will ever forget. And when your eyes finally meet, the strangest part will not be the attraction. It will be the feeling that your hearts already knew each other long before hello was ever spoken. And what if, the moment you have been waiting for is already unfolding behind scenes you cannot yet see? Right now, while you continue living your normal routine, destiny is arranging tiny details with impossible precision. A delayed conversation. A changed plan. A sudden decision. Things that look random today may become the exact reason your paths finally cross tomorrow. This is how extraordinary connections arrive. Quietly at first. Almost invisible. Until one moment changes everything. And your soulmate, they are closer emotionally than they have ever been before. Recently, they may have started questioning their entire life direction. Not because they are lost, but because their soul senses that a major turning point is approaching. People often think love only affects the heart. But true soul alignment transforms the mind, energy, intuition, even the future itself. That is why both of you have been changing without fully understanding why. You are becoming more selective with your energy now. More aware of what drains you. more sensitive to fake connections. Because your spirit is preparing to recognize something real. And here is the mystery nobody speaks about. Before soulmates meet physically, they often begin finding each other emotionally through invisible echoes. Certain thoughts suddenly appear in both minds. Similar dreams happen. Strange feelings of familiarity emerge before any introduction ever takes place. It feels impossible. Until it happens. And when it does, life never feels ordinary again. You may soon notice an unusual calm entering your heart. A feeling that something beautiful is finally on its way. Protect that feeling. Do not let fear talk you out of it this time. Because your soulmate is not arriving to play games with your emotions. They are arriving to awaken parts of you that almost gave up on love completely. There is a reason your heart survived every painful chapter before this. Not to become cold. Not to stop loving. But to become wise enough to recognize the difference between temporary attention and permanent connection. Your soulmate has also walked through emotional storms. There were nights they questioned whether someone like you even existed. Moments where they nearly accepted loneliness as their future. Yet deep inside, something kept telling them not to lose hope entirely. That silent hope was leading them toward you. Think about that for a moment. Two souls, living separate lives. Carrying the same emptiness, while unknowingly moving toward the same destiny. That is not ordinary. That is alignment. And the closer this meeting becomes, the more your intuition will intensify. You may suddenly feel guided to certain places. Certain people may unexpectedly mention love, timing, or soul connections around you. Random moments may start feeling strangely meaningful. Pay attention. Life whispers before it reveals. But there is one final truth you must understand before this chapter fully opens. Your soulmate cannot enter a life where you constantly doubt your own value. Love this deep requires openness, trust, emotional courage. And perhaps that is the real reason this message found you tonight. Not only to tell you that someone already carries your energy inside their heart, but to remind you that you are worthy of the kind of love that feels peaceful instead of painful. The kind of connection that does not confuse your spirit. The kind that inspires growth instead of fear. The kind that feels like two futures finally recognizing each other. And when that moment finally arrives, you will not need endless signs to confirm it. Your soul will know. The silence between you will feel comfortable. Their presence will feel familiar. Even time itself may seem slower when they are near. Some people spend entire lifetimes searching for a connection like this. Yet your story is already moving toward it now. So do not lose faith during this final stretch of waiting. Sometimes life becomes quiet right before destiny speaks the loudest. And before you leave tonight, remember this one thing carefully. Somewhere in this world, there is a heart that already feels safer because your soul exists. They have not stopped searching. They have not stopped hoping. And deep inside, they already belong to you. If these words reached you at the exact right moment, keep this energy close to your heart. Share this message with someone who still believes real connections exist in this world. And if your intuition keeps pulling you back here, stay connected, because the next chapter waiting for you may become the most unforgettable part of your journey yet. But listen carefully now, because the final truth is the one most people are never ready to hear. Your soulmate is not only searching for you. They are transforming because of you. Even before your hands touch, even before your voices meet, your energies have already begun changing each other from a distance. That unexplained strength you suddenly discovered inside yourself? That new clarity appearing after emotional confusion? It was not random. Two souls connected deeply can influence each other long before physical arrival. And tonight, something inside you finally understands that. Maybe that is why your old life no longer fits the same way. Why certain conversations feel empty now. Why your heart refuses to settle for shallow connections anymore. Because your spirit has already seen glimpses of something greater ahead. Your soulmate feels this too. There are moments where they stop and stare into the distance, sensing that their future is no longer blank. As if someone unseen is slowly pulling them toward a love they cannot explain with logic. And what is beautiful about this connection is not only romance. It is recognition. The feeling of finally being understood without constantly needing to explain yourself. The feeling of being seen beyond appearances, beyond status, beyond the masks people wear to survive this world. That kind of connection changes a person forever. And when your meeting finally happens, the first thing both of you may notice is not excitement. It is peace. A deep emotional calm. Like your nervous systems recognize safety. Like your souls silently whisper, "Finally, you found me." That moment will erase years of confusion. Suddenly the delays will make sense. The heartbreaks will make sense. Even the loneliness will make sense. Because every painful chapter was secretly guiding you toward the person capable of loving the real version of you. Not the perfect version. Not the performance. The real you. And do you know what makes this even more powerful? Your soulmate is not expecting you to be flawless. They are simply hoping your heart remains open enough to receive the love that has been trying to reach you all along. That is why this final season before meeting feels so intense emotionally. Life is removing emotional weight from both of you. Old fears. Old attachments. Old beliefs that told you love must hurt to feel real. No. Real love heals more than it harms. Your soulmate will not arrive to complete your existence. They will arrive to walk beside the strongest version of you. And perhaps that is the hidden meaning behind everything you experienced until now. You were never abandoned by destiny. You were being prepared for it. So when doubt tries visiting your mind again after tonight, remember this. There is already a heart in this world carrying space for you. Already dreaming about a future where your energies finally meet. Already feeling your presence in ways they cannot explain to anyone else. And the universe does not create connections this deep without purpose. Stay aware during the coming days. The signs may become stronger. Unexpected encounters may happen. A conversation may suddenly change your direction completely. Do not ignore the feeling in your chest when it happens. Some moments are ordinary. Others are destiny introducing itself quietly. And if you made it to this final moment, maybe your soul was meant to hear these words from beginning to end. Leave your thoughts below if this message resonated with your spirit. Someone reading your words may realize they are not alone in their waiting anymore. And if this journey awakened something inside you, stay connected for the next message, because your story is only beginning to reveal its most powerful chapters. Now carry this truth with you after tonight. Your soulmate's heart already belongs to you. Not because fate forced it, but because some souls recognize each other long before the world allows them to meet. And somewhere, perhaps closer than you think, they are already walking toward you. And one day, without warning, the waiting will end. Not with fireworks. Not with some perfect cinematic scene. But with a moment so natural, so strangely familiar, that your soul will instantly realize why nothing before it ever truly satisfied your heart. You will look at them, and something ancient inside you will become quiet for the first time in years. That is the moment destiny has been preparing in silence. And until that day arrives, life will continue testing whether you trust the path even when you cannot fully see it yet. Because the hardest part of soul connections is not meeting. It is believing they are real before evidence appears. Most people lose faith too early. They settle for temporary emotions because they become tired of waiting for something meaningful. But your heart was never designed for shallow love. That is why ordinary connections kept feeling incomplete no matter how hard you tried to convince yourself otherwise. Your soulmate feels the same emptiness. Even surrounded by people, part of them still feels unfinished. Because deep inside, they are not searching for attention anymore. They are searching for you. And every experience they lived through was shaping them into the person capable of recognizing your worth instantly when the meeting finally happens. Imagine this for a moment. At some unknown hour in the near future, your paths collide unexpectedly. Maybe through coincidence. Maybe through timing nobody could have predicted. Yet the strange part will not be how you meet. The strange part will be how quickly your souls relax around each other. No endless pretending. No emotional games. No exhausting confusion. Just truth. A connection that feels emotionally clear from the beginning. And this is why you were guided through difficult seasons first. Because powerful love requires emotional maturity. It requires two souls who learned how to value peace over chaos, honesty over illusion, depth over distraction. That is exactly who both of you are becoming now. Do you realize how rare that is? In a world full of noise, two hearts are still choosing authenticity. Still believing something deeper exists. Still moving toward each other despite everything life tried to place in the way. That kind of destiny cannot be stopped forever. And perhaps the greatest sign your soulmate is near is this. You are no longer desperate. You still desire love, but your spirit has started understanding patience. You are beginning to trust that what truly belongs to you will not need endless chasing. That emotional shift changes everything. Because love enters differently when your energy becomes calm instead of fearful. Your soulmate is approaching a similar awakening right now. Little by little, both of you are releasing the emotional weight of the past so your future connection can arrive without old pain destroying it before it begins. And when you finally stand face to face, you may realize something shocking. Your souls already knew each other long before your minds caught up. That instant comfort. That magnetic peace. That feeling of, I know you somehow. It will not be imagination. It will be recognition. So from this moment forward, stop telling yourself that your story is running out of time. Some of the most powerful connections arrive later because they are meant to last longer than ordinary relationships ever could. You are not late. You are aligning. And before this final message fades into the night, hear this carefully. Do not close your heart because of what failed before. Do not assume delays mean denial. Do not mistake temporary loneliness for permanent destiny. Your soulmate is real. Their heart already carries your energy. And every day, seen and unseen forces are guiding both of you closer together. Maybe sooner than you expect. If these words stayed with you until the very end, perhaps your intuition already recognizes that this is more than coincidence. Hold on to that feeling. The next chapter of your life may arrive quietly, but it will carry the kind of connection your soul has been searching for all along. And somewhere tonight, under the same sky, your soulmate is unknowingly thinking about you too.